Morning YouTube, Cuckoo Pete and Aid up here again on the Dale Skidmore second-hand tyres journey out into the bush. Today this week we've been talking about water and the fact that up here there really isn't any running water at all. All that comes in is the rainwater, and you'd have to collect that in various ways. We're about 150, 200 foot above the nearest river.
Yeah, easy 200 foot.
Yeah. So and that's a good mile or so that way. Over that way again, probably about 1.5 miles to 2 miles, is another source, a spring, but again that's too far away. So all the water that's here is the stuff that we bring up or stuff we can collect. And it just so happens that there is a bowl here, a natural bowl that collects rainwater. And going by the fact that it's been raining hard this week on a number of occasions, and there's a wet path down out of this tree, we know the water's renewed quite often. So we're going to have a little experiment today with the water, and I'm going to try out collecting the water by capillary reaction and see if that filters it more than making up the filter with the ash from the fire and sand and coarse vegetation that I've seen demonstrated on YouTube. So we're going to set up now and have a go at that. We're going to draw off a sample of water straight into a bottle, and then we're going to collect some through capillary reaction and compare the two to see whether there is any difference in the clarity of the water. So we'll give that a go.
Drink this today?
No. At no point during the making of this film will we be drinking any of this water. It's purely an exercise, and obviously in a survival situation things are different, but for now we're not going to be brave enough to do that, I don't think.
Health and safety.
Health and safety. You notice that Cuckoo is wearing his health and safety hat today. It's a lovely deer stalker. It's tweed, isn't it?
It is.
Is it?
My father bought me this. I think it was a joke when he bought it, but I just wear it because it's great.
Well, it works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's great. You can pull the flaps down, keep your ears warm.
Yeah, something you can't do with this.
It doesn't matter what it looks like.
It looks good.
Good. Okay.
Right. We'll have a go. Okay. Right, so I've got myself in position. I put a little fork stick in here. This is going to support the wick. It's made out of a bit of a leg of a pair of jeans. It's not particularly clean, but then again, if you're in a survival situation and you're tearing up clothes, you're not going to have necessarily clean stuff to use. So first of all, I'm going to draw off some water straight from it and see what the colour's like. That's pretty green. That's probably like Heineken. So we'll put that to one side, and then we'll soak this. There are lots of leaves in here, so I think if you were up here, maybe clean out the leaves and let it sort of naturally fill up again later. Try maybe even to clean it out a bit first before you start to collect water from it. Not really sure if this is going to work. But I think the theory is sound. Still, you never know unless you try. Right, it's just gone 12 o'clock, so we come back about 2:30, something like that, 3 o'clock, see what's collected. Be interesting to find out. Alright.
Right, we're just going to try and light the upside down fire. And we've got this old beech tree here that's got sort of a natural hole up through there. And we found up inside here some really dry, I think it's called punkwood. So we're going to attempt to strike a spark into punkwood and then onto all natural materials that we found in the wood and around the wood and try and get the fire going. There's a little bit of damp up there, but there's some dry pieces, so hopefully it will work. It's really dusty. Okay.
Right, so I think got enough there. Well, it is dusty, isn't it? Mm. It's a bit cobwebby in there, isn't it?
Yeah, there's some cobwebs in there.
Oh, that won't do any harm.
No.
Right, so we'll give that a go then. Okay then, YouTube, we're back at the camp. We've got ourselves a little mascot. It's off an old African instrument. I think it was made for the export market as a souvenir, and the instrument itself was pretty knackered and rubbish. But I like the carving of the bird on the top of the peg box. So we've brought that up here. That's going to be our mascot. So we've now set up the Tinker tent again. We've put the tarp back on it. We left the frame up, and it stood up really well, didn't it, Pete?
Certainly is. This isn't. That's not grown on there.
No. That's just a crample we picked up on the way through.
Drying it out.
Yeah, I like saying King Alfred cake's better, but it's a longer sentence, isn't it?
I've just got to clear my throat. I've got punkwood dust.
He's been collecting punkwood, and he's all.
Anyway.
He should wear a mask, folks.
Health and safety.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've collected the punkwood, and I've got a piece here which I'm going to strike into, and I've also filled this hornet's nest with some punkwood, so I've got two different things to try. And we've collected all this naturally sourced thistle, I think it is.
That's some sort of thistle, isn't it? Yeah, it's prickly on your hands, isn't it?
Excuse me.
Crikey, Moses, that does affect you, doesn't it?
I've got punkwood disease now. Okay, here we go.
So you're lighting the punkwood now to put in the bundle, aren't you?
Yep. I'm just trying to
You've got the smoke there, got a lot of smoke there. Now you're going to build it up into a coal, aren't you?
Yeah, that's really going well, so I'm going to try and get that straight in there now.
I did see someone on YouTube that they'd actually charred some punkwood in a tin like you'd do char cloth as well. But do you need to? Unless of course you're saving it, storing it away, probably it'd be best to do it, store it like that maybe. That's an age-old action, that is, that your head goes back and it's weird, everyone, it's a natural thing to do, isn't it?
Defence.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work, but
No, it has lashed it down again today and overnight, to be fair.
this is caught, and I didn't even try to catch it.
Yeah.
Which is the little hornet's nest.
Oh yes, you bought
inside.
Yeah, you bought some hornet's nest up as well, didn't you? Again. I mean, as always, if this doesn't work because the tinder's too wet, then we've got some other bits we can start it with, because we need our sausages today. Got Cumberland sausages. I'm going to do some more bannock, and I've got the nuts today as well, Pete.
Oh, thanks.
So you can see it glowing away like anything.
No, that's burning.
Yeah.
But the tinder
Isn't.
is not, because it is damp. It's been raining all night. It was raining until we just got it.
Yeah. Before we come out at 9 o'clock this morning, it was tipping it down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Never mind.
We tried.
Yeah. We'll pause it whilst we go and get some other bits, because they're in the bag.
Well, the punkwood's just burning on its own. It's great, but this is a bit too damp, so
I can still see smoke coming out of it. That must be the punkwood still.
So we've got a little tinder pile here that Dale's made up.
That's finest mahogany wood shavings, that is. That's an offcut from a bow that I've started making. A flat bow. I keep planing it up and make the balls out of. So this one, there you go, lovely. A bit more, yeah, is it going yet? Crikey.
She's away.
Yeah, that's right, that'll burn.
Let's just hope some of this is dry.
We'll be after that, won't it? We're going to keep persevering with these fires, and we Pete, with the stuff local.
Yeah, we will crack the lighting of the natural stuff, but it's just finding out what to use.
Yeah.
I'm sure people know, but
I'm sure what we've got is right. It's just purely the fact that it's not dry enough.
this punkwood's brilliant.
Look at it.
That.
Yeah. I mean, even those bits of leaf are caught. I mean, it could be that we're too lazy and we're not persevering enough with it. Who knows? Oop. I know it's not the easiest thing in the world to light a fire sometimes. But we could fill up whole films of YouTube of us trying to light things and getting just a load of smoke.
Or we could have practiced first and knew it wasn't going to work.
True enough.
It's not natural.
True enough.
We didn't know.
Yeah. What we're doing is real and for the first time each time, isn't it? Can you hear that great tit in the background? Earlier on today we saw, what do you think they were? Those birds of prey? Were they buzzards or were they?
I think they were buzzards.
I think they were buzzards. We saw two buzzards flying around. It was a pair, and they were flying around calling to each other and flying and just hovering real close to each other. It's beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a gap just here and they was right
Straight
above
up,
us.
right above us.
Could have been better. Well, that looks like it's going to go, so
Yeah.
we can eat today.
That's good. There's an international ribeye shortage at the moment. They've taken the offer off at Tesco's, so I got some Cumberland sausages from a butcher shop.
Well, that'd be nice.
You're going to tell them about the egg failure?
Oh, scrambled egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had two of my finest bantam eggs in my pocket this morning. Forgot to put them in my bag and thought, oh, they'll be okay. And as I squeezed into my car, I made scrambled egg in my pocket. I can't even see through my glasses now because they're all covered in egg.
Eggy specks.
But there you go. That's going nice.
Yeah.
Good.
That's the stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, we've also made a the reflector.
Oh yes, I forgot to say about the reflector. Yeah, we put a reflector behind it as well. It's the first time I've done one of those. Hopefully it will work. I mean, everyone else that I've seen doing it, they say it's effective. And we forgot to say last time actually about the Tinker tent, didn't we? When we were sat in there, there was a noticeable difference in the temperature. It was much warmer in there, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was without the fire.
And with that was just that little spirit stove for the kettle, wasn't it?
Yeah, so now we've got the fire and the
reflector.
It should be toasty in there today.
Yeah, we'll put the camera around at a different angle when we're eating and torment you with the sausages.
And you've made some bannock again?
I've made up some bannock with nuts this time.
Fantastic.
And a bit of grated hard Italian cheese of some sort.
Cool. You know how to look after your wife, don't you?
Well, she does all the shopping. Anyway, she's my current life partner of choice for the time being. Yeah. I did a video the other day for a wood gas stove that she bought me for Christmas, and I called it that, and then I said, and next to her is my lad. Like Jimmy wasn't hers as well. So I'll have to clear that up when I put the video on.
We're going to get the wives up here next time.
Yeah.
As a one-off treat for them.
And we can have a rest.
So I'm sure they'd love to come up here. No,
they do. Certainly Kath said that she'd like to come up.
Yeah, same with Karen.
Yeah, I'm sure she would. That's it. It's nice to get the whole family involved. I mean, my lad as well will be doing stuff when he can. Job allowing. Should be a family thing, really, shouldn't it?
Most definitely. Well, we couldn't wait till the flames had died down entirely because we're quite hungry now. I don't know about you, I'm sure you are, because I am, Pete. So starving.
We're doing some skewering today for a change. It's toasty here, isn't it?
Beautiful. What we got on the skewers?
We got Cumberland sausage, onion, and streaky bacon.
And the bannock.
Oh yeah, we got the bannock. A bit better than last time, but you know, keep practicing, it'll get better. Haven't tried it yet. But this is lovely and warm where we are. Bacon's dripping nicely.
We built a slightly larger fire this time, didn't we?
Yeah, we thought we'd try it a bit bigger because it seemed to burn out quite quickly last time. And with the time we spent, oh yeah, we've got to go back and have a look at the experiment later, once we've eaten this. But with doing that as well, we're a bit later lighting the fire today. But been another interesting day, hasn't it?
It has, and we're eating like kings.
Yes, eating like kings, definitely.
There's no need to rough it.
No. Yeah, I'm going to fall over in your dinner.
Or worse, fall in mine.
Yeah. Would be worst. Well, we got baked eggs, sausages and onions and a bit of bacon, a bit of bannock. I'll not show the underside of that, but it's a little bit overdone in it.
Well, it scrapes off.
Yeah, it scrapes off nicely.
It's still very tasty.
Yeah, I put a bit of salt in it this time because it was a bit plain last time, wasn't it? Mm. But I don't really like putting salt in food, so I didn't really put much in.
There's a nice lot of nuts in there.
Mm. I think you can chase the cheese as well.
You can. It's nice and toasty in here.
Beautiful. The heat just comes in here, doesn't it? Mm. I mean, we looked on the compass today, and this is a south-facing slope, north No, north's that way. So the sun and everything's going to bounce off it back into us anyway, plus the heat. And actually when we went walking away to look for some forks earlier on, it's noticeable the difference in the temperature from where we are to where we went to, just round the back of the bender. So it's a good place, isn't it?
Very good, mate. When you cook these eggs on the fire, tried a couple of ways, just a small hole in the top, and one where you cut the top off. When you cut the top off carefully, you can see it cooking, but the other one just exploded in my hand.
Popped as soon as you touched it, didn't it?
Yeah. So I'm still learning on that, but they're nice.
They are. It's no different if they're boiled, is it?
Did you say Grace?
No, I don't know her.
Okay.
I've never met her.
Yeah. That's all right then. I'm sure she's very nice.
Oh, I bet she is. We'll go back and check on that capillary thing later, once we've eaten this. Walk off the dinner. Although you was on about having a nap in here, weren't you?
Mm. Well, I went out last night. I didn't drink a lot, but I had 4 pints of nice ale. And it does make you want an afternoon nap.
Mm. We were stood there earlier on watching the fire, and I suddenly remembered what people call it now. They call it the camp TV, don't they? Because you can watch it for hours.
Yeah. Turn it over.
Jeremy Pyre's on the other side. That'll be on the outtakes. Well, we're back here again. It's just on 20 to 4. So it's had 3 hours 40 minutes, 3 hours 35 minutes, something like that. And we do have some. I think this is probably why this isn't a technique that I've seen anyone use on YouTube, because there's hardly any in there. Oh, God. There's hardly any in there, and it is the same colour as the bottle that we decanted off straight out of the pool. So if you're going to do it, save time and stick to decanting it off and then giving it a good boil. And I understand you need to give it a rolling boil for a few minutes before it's considered safe to drink. Like I say, we're not actually going to try this because we don't need to, and I don't see the point in making myself ill if I don't have to. But as an exercise, I think it was worth doing, because it didn't take any time, did it?
No. There whilst we were having our lunch, really.
Yep, and mooching around and trying other things. So it was worth a try. So we'll take the signs away.
I guess if you couldn't get the bottle in there, then it's usable and there's no hurry, it will work.
Yeah, if you set it up to work for a few days, it'll probably be okay. But for now, I think we'll call that don't try me again.
Yeah.
Right then, YouTube, we just finished for the day and packed up. For some reason we've finished early because it's still not dark. That's where the fire was. I think we're going to leave the reflector up because it's obvious from the Tinker Tent frame that someone's doing stuff here, and we left that up last time and it wasn't disturbed. We've hidden the secretary bird but the rest of it we've cleared away, tidied up, all the rubbish away, and now we're off home. I think the last crow's just flying home for himself, isn't he? Thanks once again, Pete. It's been a great day. It's been nice to share this with you and do some more, learn some new things, try some new stuff out. It's more like,
pleasure.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. It's a nice change from work.
Yeah, that's been the catchphrase today. We can do what we like, it's not work.
Yeah, I've had to slow myself down. My pace has been too quick.
Unlike mine.
No, it's been really good.
Yeah, it's more like being at school, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. We've left a little bit of food for the fox, which we've been doing each time we've come up.
Yeah. It's got some onion, some egg and some sausage and some bacon this time.
Yeah, it's not fair that we should have it all, is it?
No.
All the fun.
In fact, we think we found a place where they've been sleeping, didn't we?
Yeah, there's just over to the right, there's a little area there. And
Yeah.
It's been slept on regularly.
The leaves are all squashed into the ground and all flat and shiny.
Yeah.
So we think, and it's just over the other side of, where are we now? It's just over the other side of that tree there. So he's keeping close.
Yes. He's probably waiting for us to go.
Yeah.
And he's going to come and eat them sausage.
That's what it is. We've set him up. He looks forward to us coming. Right, so we'll say good night now, huh?
Yep, good night.
And see you soon.